Hello, and thank you so much for taking a look at this very unusual, yet very, very powerful home business offer. My name is Edward Kelly, and welcome to the most enterprising, the most dynamic, and the most money-oriented home-based business opportunity that you are probably ever going to come across. And as you can see, I call it the original money business. Now, the rest of the entire business world, well, they call this multi-trillion-dollar business by another name, and I'll share that name with you in just one moment. But first, there are three things that everyone should consider before starting up in this remarkable business, and they are: first up, you're going to need to have an open mind, because it is virtually impossible to become successful not only in this business, but any business, without possessing an open mind. Very important. Next up, initially, you are going to need a computer. Now, at the very minimum, the very least, it has to be a laptop computer or a desktop computer. And it's all about the screen size. The bigger the screen, the better. And lastly, and I believe most importantly, you are going to need a mentor or a guide, someone with the knowledge, the experience, and the ability to make your entrance into this exceptional business as smooth and easy as possible, whether it's going to be on a part-time basis or on a full-time basis, but that'll be up to you. So now, what is the actual name of this multi-trillion-dollar behemoth business? Are you ready? All right, let's take a look. Voila! It is called the Forex, the Forex. Now, statistics tell us that somewhere right around 90% of the entire American population has never heard of the Forex business before. Even though it is the largest business in the entire world, bar none. It is currently estimated that this business does somewhere between 4 and 5 trillion, that's trillion with a T, $1 trillion in transactions per day. Per day. And I bet you've never heard of it, right? So now, what does this name stand for? What does it mean? What does it represent? Well, it's an acronym or an abbreviation of the complete name of the business, the full name, which is the Foreign Exchange Home Trading Currency Business, or simply put, the buying and selling of a handful of currencies, world currencies, global currencies, right from home. Simply put, buying and selling money from home. That's what this business is, no more, no less. Now, I have to stop right here for just 1 second, ladies and gentlemen, because the mere name of the business that I just read to you, the Foreign Exchange Home Trading Currency Business, I guarantee you evoked one of two emotional responses inside each and every one of you. Here's how they break down. Some of you saw big money, big beautiful new cars, maybe a fantastic new home. Because we do know that successful foreign currency traders, keyword successful foreign currency traders do earn big money, do live in fabulous, beautiful new homes. Basically, they do what they want when they want. Now, group number two, well, you had a little bit different emotional response than it went something like this. This business is too hard for me to learn. I don't think I can learn it. Or, cost a lot of money to be in this business. Both of those are simply not true, and I'll prove that to you before we're done. Or, I never finished college. I didn't graduate from high school. I'm too old. I'm too young. My wife will kill me. Or, my husband will kill me. There are a lot of women in this business all around the world, a lot of women. Ladies and gentlemen, becoming an international foreign currency trader right from the comfort of your own home is the second most exhilarating thing you are probably ever going to do in your lifetime. So now let's take a look at some of the details and the benefits so you'll be able to see the potential of this business a little clearer. All right? Now, first up, who's into Forex? Good question. Who's in the Forex? Well, believe it or not, you're in the Forex. That's right. Although it's in a very passive, kind of detached way, each and every one of you are participating in this sensational business several times a month, but you just don't realize it. And I'll prove that to you right now. A couple examples. First, every time you fill up your vehicle with gasoline, there is a good chance, a strong possibility that that gasoline has been refined from oil which has been shipped down here from Canada, which means that in a very roundabout way, all done electronically, of course, a portion or a percentage of the money that you pay for that gas will find its way back up to the oil company in Canada and will have to be converted or exchanged into Canadian dollars. Because you see, the oil company, they don't want American dollars. They want their own currency, Canadian dollars, so they can pay their employees, they can buy more equipment, and then they can go out and dig more holes in the ground for oil. See how this works? I'm giving you the big picture. See the overview, get the concept of the business. It's not a difficult business. It's actually a very simple business if you will allow it to be. Now, one more example. Chocolate. Chocolate. We all love chocolate, right? Last year, Americans consumed 2.8 billion pounds of chocolate. Billion pounds of chocolate. Wow. Now, a lot of that chocolate came from Switzerland, Swiss chocolate. We all know what Swiss chocolate is. It's very good chocolate. We like Swiss chocolate. Now, this means that the next time that you or I go out and we buy a box of fine chocolate candy, maybe for a special occasion, Mother's Day, someone's birthday, Valentine's Day, there's a good chance that that chocolate is made from Swiss chocolate, which means that a percentage of the money that you and I and all the other customers pay for that chocolate, that particular chocolate, will find its way back over to Switzerland and given to the Swiss chocolate company, the manufacturers over in Switzerland. But first, in a roundabout way, a percentage of that money will find its way before it gets there, will have to be converted or exchanged into Swiss francs, because they don't want American dollars either, the Swiss chocolate company. They want their own currency, Swiss francs, so they can go out and buy more cocoa beans to make more chocolate to send it back to the U.S. See how this works? It's a global business, ladies and gentlemen. It's not that hard to understand. Actually, this is why I'm making this video, to prove to you that anyone, regardless of your age, your educational level, or your financial status, can go from a passive participant in the world's largest and most exciting business to an active participant in the world's largest and most exciting business. And that will be accomplished through a 6-hour home video training course called the Fast Track to Forex. Fast Track to Forex. 6 hours. I like to think it's like getting an MBA or a PhD in money. And I'll tell you more about that when we get to the end here real soon. So very quickly now, who else is in the Forex? Every government's in the Forex. They print the money, right? So they're in the Forex. How about every corporation, no matter how large, or business, no matter how small, and everything in between? If they're doing business outside of their home country, whether they're exporting or importing products, they're in the Forex. They have to be, because all that money has to be exchanged. You see, I think you get the picture by now. Actually, this is where the $4 to $5 trillion per day comes from, all this global activity. So when you boil it down, who's in the Forex? We're all in the Forex. Everybody. We can't avoid it. Now, what is the Forex? Now, this is covered in extensive detail in the 6-hour home video training course. But my simple take on it is this. Back in 1971, former President Richard Nixon decided to take the U.S. dollar off of the gold standard, which simply means he decoupled our dollar from gold. Now, our dollar now floats in value against all the other currencies of the world. It's called the free-floating exchange rate. Now, that's not my point to go into that. That's all on the course. My point here is this. From 1971, for several years forward, the only ones who were able to take advantage of this massive, massive money flow business were large central banks and mega banks all around the world. Huge hedge funds. very large corporations and conglomerates and very, very wealthy individuals and others of that ilk. They kind of had the whole money business to themselves, right? But then something marvelous happened. Along came the internet, combined with all of these very powerful home computing systems we all have access to today. And now anyone can plug right into the Forex and be up and running with it within 5 or 10 minutes. And I'm going to show you how to do that for free. Open up a $50,000 practice trading account for free when we get to the end. So stay with me. So now, where and when is Forex available? Very quickly, where we do not have a big building somewhere over in Europe or out in California or something, a big exchange like the Chicago Board of Trade downtown here. No big building. It's all done electronically. It's been going on for decades. It works beautifully. When? 24 hours a day, 5.5 days a week approximately. The markets open up in New Zealand late Sunday afternoon. They go 24 hours a day all the way till Friday afternoon when they close in New York City, when the markets close on Friday afternoon. 24 hours a day from open to close. It's a true 24-hour trading day. Now, why would you or I or any of the other thousands of home business operators want to be in this business? Well, there's only one answer, and it's actually one word: money. Money. To try and make as much money as we possibly can. Now, I have to stop right here and put a disclaimer on what I just said, ladies and gentlemen, because there are no guarantees in the Forex business. None. Just mega unlimited opportunity. But when you stop and think about it, there are no guarantees in any business, are there? If I was to open up a pizza parlor or an internet company or a hardware store, there's no guarantee I'm going to be in business a year from now. It's the same thing with the Forex. That's why it's so important to learn everything before you even think about starting up in this business. Fast track the Forex. That's the key. Now, here's a good question. How? How are you going to make all of this marvelous stuff happen? Well, as I mentioned a few times already, it starts right here with the Fast Track to Forex, a 6-hour home video training course. 6 hours, intense, it's beautiful. Anyone can understand this. It's very, very well done. Now, I liken this to learning everything from A to Z, back to A, and back to Z about the Forex. It's like monetizing your mind. Monetizing your mind. That's the secret here. It's like getting, as I mentioned before, an MBA or a PhD in money. Money, very, very powerful information, can change the direction of your future. It really can. Now, here's a suggestion for you. Learn with a partner. Back in 1991, I decided I wanted to become a commodity broker. So I asked a few of my friends. One of them said yes. His name was Pat. Pat says, okay, I'll take the course with you. So we studied together and got the books and did all that. It was a lot of fun. We both passed. It really works. I can attest to that. This is a good idea to learn this business with a partner. It makes it a lot more interesting and more fun. How about your spouse? Who cares more about your finances than your spouse? How about your children? You have teenagers at home? Tell them you want them to learn a new video game. Except with this video game, you keep score with how much money you make and keep. Not by how many of your enemies' tanks you blow up or their buildings or level towns and all that to win points and score. This one here, you win with money. And there's also a lot of opportunity for young people who learn this business at an early age with banks and insurance companies and brokerage firms. You can write your own ticket if you learn this business and take to this business at a young age. It's unlimited. I mean, money's not going out of style. How about a friend? How about taking my video and forward it around to your circle of acquaintances? Maybe one or two of them might say, hey, this sounds really good. Find your Pat, your friend that wants to do it, or maybe a couple of them. Now, they can take the course on their own, obviously. You take the course, they take the course. Now what are you going to do? You got a little 2 or 3 or 4 people going? How about this? You start up a club, like a stock club, or a pinochle club, or a bunco club. Meet once a month at each other's house, party, a couple drinks, something to eat, play some cards, whatever, talk about what's coming up next week, what happened last week. It's a very exciting business, ladies and gentlemen. So you can start your own club. When you get enough people, 10, 15, 20 go out to bars on the weekend, or you can go to a restaurant, have dinner, make a fun time out of it, because the markets are closed on the weekends. Now this is it, ladies and gentlemen. God bless you if you're still with me. I know it's been a long road, but here we're at the end. This is what I was talking about earlier. This is what I refer to as the Saturn V rocket, the jet engine of the Forex for new people. There is a company, there's actually 3 companies going to be listed at the bottom of my website, but this company in particular, Forex.com, will give you $50,000 in practice money. It's a practice account. They download the information on your computer. Now, it costs them millions of dollars to put this platform together. They're giving you for free with all the bells and whistles. It's the same platform I trade on for real every day that the markets are open, right? With 50,000, it goes 24 hours a day for 30 days. If you ask them real nice near the end, they might give you another 30 days. Or try the other companies. They don't give you 50,000. That's why I promote this one. Plus, they're a great company. They're all good. 24-hour hotlines, 24-hour chat lines, all kinds of information on their sites to help you once you get the base to figure out the rest of the story, as Paul Harvey used to say. $50,000 of virtual capital or seed capital. Nobody's watching you. Nobody cares. If you make money, you lose money. It doesn't make any difference. You're learning for free. So, well, that's about it, ladies and gentlemen. I want to say thank you for your time, and I just want to say please bookmark my link at the bottom, forexmentor.com. That's our parent company. Each time you go to the site, in case you want to further your information or your education, we have other products for different types of trades, and you'll see. Please use my link, my link, because I am a capitalist. Don't forget that. And I guess the last thing I'd just like to say is that the best investment that you or anyone else, myself, can make is in ourselves, in our mind. Learn this business, and I guarantee you, your life will be a lot different and a lot better. It is a lot of fun, and you can make a lot of money if you become good at it. No guarantees, but just mega opportunities. So thank you so much. I hope you'll come and join us in the wonderful world of foreign currency trading. Thank you and goodbye.